I'd like to share with you a short passage from the Bible. It doesn't happen very often that I read from the Bible as part of a teaching. This is from the New Testament, and it is a parable that Jesus tells that is very profound and absolutely relevant to the present time. So here we go. Everyone who listens to these words of mine and does them will be like a man building a house, who dug deep and laid the foundation on the rock. The rain fell, the floods came, and the wind blew and beat against the house. But it did not collapse. It had been set solidly on rock. And everyone who listens to these words of mine but does not do them will be like a fool who built his house on sand. The rain fell, the floods came, and the wind blew and beat against the house. And it collapsed and was completely ruined. So let's understand the deeper meaning of this. Everyone who listens to these words and does them means obviously anybody who listens to the teaching and practices the teaching, and of course Jesus' teaching is find the kingdom of heaven that is within you, not anywhere else in space or time. Find the transcendent dimension, the kingdom of heaven that is within you, which is a deeper dimension or higher dimension of consciousness, accessible to everyone. And the man that's building the house is you. The house is you. The floods come, the rain comes, beating against the house. Of course, obviously means some form of adversity you encounter, as you inevitably will in your life. Some form of fairly extreme adversity, whether it's in a personal level or, as we're experiencing now, on a collective level. Now, if you haven't gone deep enough, because remember, you are the house, if you haven't gone deep enough, you have not found anything beyond the conceptual thinking mind, then the floods, the rain, the wind, the adversity, whatever it may be, in this case we know what it is, will devastate you. And even if you do not fall ill or contract the virus, the fear will consume you as it's consuming millions of humans at the present time. And why do you fear? What is fear? Fear are certain thought forms. You project yourself into some future moment, and you're not present. Because if you were present, you would realize that in this moment there's nothing to fear. Only when you leave this moment, fear arises as a thought form, which then creates an emotion. So, what does it mean then to dig deep and to find the foundation on the rock? What is that rock? The foundation for the house that you are that house. And I'd like you to take into a little meditation now in order to illustrate and to enable you to experience at first hand what it means to dig deep. For a moment, just become aware that you're breathing. Become aware of yourself, not the conceptual self, not become aware of your personal history, or become aware of some imagined future moment, but become aware of yourself as the conscious presence, a field of conscious presence. And thinking does not help you there. Thinking is an obstacle. So you go deeper than thinking, and you can be completely awake and present, and yet with very little mind activity. And that is the beginning of the realization of your deep identity, what I sometimes call your essence identity. And your essence identity is inseparable from the present moment. It is the timeless, eternal present. It is a deeper dimension of consciousness than the one that you ordinarily identify with. And that is the meaning of digging deep and finding that unshakable foundation that is deep within you, within everyone. Adversity is a wonderful opportunity because adversity forces you to go deeper. Adversity forces you to awaken to the deeper dimension of who you are. Why does adversity force you? Because life becomes almost unbearable when you live only on the surface of sense perceptions and your conceptual mind. And then you listen to the newscasts and you read all kinds of things, and everybody's in a state of fear. That is the house built on the sand that when the floods come, the wind comes, the storms come, the house collapses, meaning since you are the house in this parable, you are devastated, in a state of extreme anxiety, extreme suffering, although nothing actually has happened yet, unless you contract a disease, and this is something we'll talk about next time, right? Is the house, your house, the house that you are you living on the surface? Is your house built on sand, or are you able to dig and find the foundation within yourself that frees you from fear? Now, when things are going well, it's unlikely that most humans can't be bothered with going deeper. What for? These things are going okay. I'm looking forward to my next vacation. Weekend is coming up, and whatever it is, a nice meal is waiting for me. Everything is comfort zone. You're in your comfort zone. I've never heard of anybody who awakens in their comfort zone. There's nothing wrong with comfort zone. Enjoy them when they're there. They last for a while, and then some form of adversity arises, either on a personal level or on a collective level. Minor forms of adversity, and occasionally huge forms of adversity, potential calamities, whether it's you suddenly confronted with the fact of mortality, some great loss, serious illness on a personal level or on a collective level, war, civil strife, civil war, financial collapse, invasion of your country, all kinds of things can happen. And at the present time we are experiencing the so-called pandemic, collective adversity, not affecting just one person, but now affecting millions at the same time.